There's more than a motor inside each Onewheel. There's a soul, like wild horses on an open plain. Each has their own unique spirit, ready to carve their path ahead. These are not uniformed, heartless widgets. No, for what is Onewheel if not a brilliant display of self-expression, each with individualized characteristics and attributes. But how do Onewheels show their true colors? Well, we're here to talk about accessories, so let's get into it. On every single Onewheel, there are some accessories that each of your boards will have. There are foot pads. There's a front and a back. Front one's got a sensor under it. There are bumpers. Bumpers are what are on the bottom of your board. They're meant to be a wear part. They take a beating and they can be replaced. There is a tire. There is a mag handle. And you have rails, which can be outfitted with rail guards. Okay, so those are kind of your basics. Every single board is gonna have those. Some accessories are cosmetic, but some are really functional. I'm gonna tell you about what are my top picks with each board. Let's go. If I had a Onewheel Classic, here's what I would do, okay? The first thing I would do, I would get myself a GT S series motor. So this is a motor upgrade that is from the GT S series, which is our most premium board. And that's gonna give you 14% more torque, which might not sound like a ton, but relative to differences in Onewheels, that is a really significant amount. Feels amazing in this board. Admittedly, it's a bit of a pricey one, but you're gonna see a big boost in performance. So might not be for everybody, but we're talking dream board here, so I'm building it for you. Next up, gotta go with the wood foot pads. The wood foot pads just look so dang good on this board. The profile on these things is so good. They're super light and super thin. Okay, so they feel really good. They look amazing. Important to note that the foot pads on the XR Classic are also compatible with the Onewheel GT line. So any of the foot pads in the Onewheel GT line that you might like already are also compatible here. Okay, we got one more. A fender. If you ride without a fender, your tire's gonna kick up a bunch of dirt and rocks and debris. If you're in the Onewheel business, as I am, folks, you go through shoes and socks and pant legs quite frequently, so the fender is nice. Just to note how this works here, you replace these deletes with the hybrid fender kit, and this has a little notch that the hybrid fender clicks onto. But this is a really, really sick system where you can just click your fender right off and ride with the tire exposed. A lot of people like the look of the tire exposed. I do too, but some days it's a little bit wet outside. You wanna snap that fender on. So this right here is my ultimate setup on the Onewheel XR Classic. We got hybrid fender, wood pads, and my GTS series motor. That's my kit. Let's move on. Okay, just a quick note here. So the GT and the GTS series accessory ecosystem are very similar. So if I had a GT, the number one thing I would get is the foot pads that come on the GTS series, the low boy GT foot pads or the flared foot pads. They're both lowered. With that said, I'm gonna take this guy out. So we're gonna take a look at the Onewheel GTS series. This is the baddest board on the planet. We're just gonna go all out and we're gonna get the FST kit. It allows you to customize your stance in a really clever way. It's totally modular. There's all these different components. You can buy upgraded versions of them with like a hard plastic, which I can actually show you right now. So they look like these. There's the Ledge Pro, there's the Nub Pro, there's the Crux Pro, and there's the FST pin set that provides like basically traction pins. We got information about all this stuff if you wanna watch the full FST video, but it's really, really clever. And if you want to be a better rider, which clearly you do because you got this board, this is gonna make you a better rider. FST system is a total game changer. Okay, finally, I also have the wrong board for this, but I love it so much, I don't really care. Have you all seen the camo rail guards that come on the recurve rails for GTS series? These are my favorite rail guards in the entire game. Now they only come on the recurve rails for GTS series. There's still some cool straight rail for GTS series as well. Okay, now I was supposed to only do 3, but just honest to goodness, I would probably put one of these on here as well. You'd need a fender. So just a note, if you have the straight rails, you would be looking at this. This is GT Hybrid Fender Delete. Or if you have recurve rails, you would use these. Okay, that's a pretty complete breakdown here for GT and GTS series. Let's do Pint. So here's the deal. We're gonna go grab a Pint X right here. But this is another situation where what you want to put on your board really depends on which board you have. Now, if I have a Pint or a Pint X, I'm gonna be interested in a certain set of accessories. If I have a Pint S, this board is basically factory upgraded already with all the accessories that I want. Okay, so I'd be looking at a slightly different set of accessories if I'm a Pint S owner. So we'll start with Pint and Pint X. The most impactful accessories that you can get for a Pint or a Pint X probably starts with the performance treaded tire, which comes standard on this one. This is what it looks like right here. So the performance treaded tire is a fantastic tire. It is very stable, but also carvy. It's got this like moderate tread pattern, just a lot of passive stability, soft compound. It's a pretty significant upgrade. The second thing I'd do is also already on this board. This is a nice little example, but I get myself a pair of Pint flared foot pads. These are wider pads, okay? So if this is your standard Pint X foot pad, this is gonna extend the area on which you stand and just make the board feel like a mid-size or larger platform. It's really nice if you have a bigger foot. I would get myself a pair of flared front and back foot pads in addition to this tire. The Pint S already comes with this. Pretty cool, honestly, that you can upgrade your Pint or your Pint X to essentially be that Pint S factory upgraded board with a couple of those improvements. If I have this board, the upgrade that I'm most interested in getting here would probably be the Pint X free ride bumper kit. We have them available for all of our boards. These bumpers are just made out of a really durable material. As I mentioned earlier, bumpers are wear parts, right? They will wear down over time. These will last you way longer than the standard bumpers. And in addition, I'm not very tricky, but if you are so inclined, people like these as well for doing slides and grinds. If you are getting into the trick side of Onewheel, as my friend Bodie Harrison is, these are what you're gonna want. But the other thing I would do to it is I'd probably, why not just go all the way, right? If we got these, slap a couple rail guards on. There's some really fun Pint and Pint X rail guard options that exist. There's like the banana one, there's the cactus one, and then there's just like a whole wide range of cool colors. Rail guards are great because they keep your rails from getting scratched, kind of add an extra layer of protection, and they look awesome, so rail guards. Well, folks, should I clear this?
Yeah.
Now Rylan's gonna know that I did that too, while listening to this whole thing right now. Dang it. Rylan, please, don't hold this against me.
It's happening.
I do have mold in my brain, actually. The doctor told me that yesterday. A couple bonus picks here. Every single one of you that's watching this video, you need to get this thing. This is the Smart Tire Inflator. This is probably the best thing that we sell besides the dang board. Your tire pressure is like your ace in the hole, okay? Tire pressure is everything. Having this is super key. We have one of these everywhere. We have one in the van. I have one in my car. Kevin has one in his car. We have one in the studio. We cannot have enough of these. Everyone takes them. You absolutely need one. Do yourself a favor, get yourself that. The other thing that I think is really, really essential, the old Onewheel cleaning kit. We use this thing literally all the time. Comes with some handy dandy cleaning sprays, some unique Onewheel shaped cleaning tools.
That's exactly what bikes use, actually.
Rylan, delete this whole bit. The old cleaning kit, we use this thing all the time. Most of it we just keep back there, but it's got these cool sprays and chamois cloths and Onewheel, cleaning tools, everything you need to detail your Onewheel. It's amazing what the proper tools will get done for you. And finally, and most importantly, the almighty helmet. You gotta wear a helmet when you ride a Onewheel, and this is the best helmet, in my opinion. This is the POC crane. In this office, in this place, POC cranes are like a currency in and of themselves. These are like gold bars. If you have a POC crane, you're ready to go ride. If you don't have a POC crane, you're looking for one, or you're asking your friend if you can borrow one. This is a large, I usually rock a medium. This is gonna look a little big on my head, but no problem, I can just cinch it down. Boom, POC helmet. I should also note that I'm wearing a Christmas sweater that we make And now, by the time you see this video, this may or may not be sold out. It sold out last year. It's probably going to sell out again this year. That's because it's a phenomenal Christmas sweater. But we have a wide range of awesome merchandise available on our website. Sweatshirts, hats, shirts, all kinds of cool things. Okay, so I hope that was a helpful breakdown of all of our accessories that are available. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do to add to the functionality of your board and make it look cool. So I hope you enjoy and deck out your whip and that you have fun out there.